Hey everybody, welcome back to my channel. I am your host Siren Frost, and thank you for coming back to another deck profile weekly video. Now, in the last two-part deck profile video, we are going to be doing Keter Sanctuary's Thangria, aka Big Titty Police Knight. Okay, I know it's not Big Titty Police Girl, but you guys get the idea. Now, this deck alone has a lot of simping issues, like a big fan platform already. People say it's not a very good deck to play, and it's mainly for fan service for the big titties, like these. I'm seeing the picture right now, you guys. This is like some triple G titties, pretty much. So she's a skimpy knight, formerly of the Royal Paladins. I don't know how the hell she got that position. I think she might have screwed Monarch Sanctuary Alfred. I don't know how she got the position, but still. This is a deck that everybody or every nerd was simping over. And for me, I like the effects. I do like how it's just a deck that you can experiment with to learn more. Experiment. What the fuck? Oh god. You know what? It wouldn't be a video of mine if I didn't have any bloopers. Just basically, the guys are simping over this one unit Thangria. But what I see in this deck is a deck based on bipolarness. And for most of you who may have the bipolar disorder or schizophrenia or anything, I'm not saying it's a laughing matter, but you guys can relate for the fact how your mind can quickly shift from being happy to like sad and angry and pissed off, and sometimes I've seen murderous attitudes. And you just want to kill that person even though you know you might go to jail for it. You don't want to do that, but believe me, I have those thoughts too. Like, I'm sometimes very bipolar. Like, I can be very super happy, but next you know it turns into like anger, pissed off, just want to just rip the bitch's head off, or just like climb, like just like right there. But enough about me. That's just my little small reference for this video. I'm not saying that bipolar, and I'm not encouraging being bipolar is a dangerous thing. It's something that we just can't have full control over sometimes. And, you know, we do say some things we end up regretting later, but we're only human, so that's all we're all right now. Like, sure. Sure. But anyways. Oh, excuse me. Anyways, so we're going with the right deck. For the 0 is Knight of Integrity Thangria, aka Small Titty Police Woman, who's just the same age as all her grade 2, grade 1s, and grade 3s, all bullshits. But this is the evolution line, so there you go. So, of course, she has the same ability as if she was written on top of the second turn, you draw a card. Always very fitting for all the grade 0's daughters. Next, we have the grade 1 beneath the Brilliant Light Thangria. Now, what I love about her effect is, besides her big titties, I know, everyone's gonna be like, ooh, titties. No, when this unit is written on top of a harsh training Thangria, look at the top card of your deck. Ugh, you know what, I'm gonna have a hard time remembering this shit, so. Look at the top card of your deck, and if it is a grade 2 or less unit card, you may call it to rearguard as rest. So this will help you get your chance to get her partner Maple as well, along with any other grade 2 rearguard you may want. Speaking of harsh training Thangria, this is her right now. And her skill is, if she's written on top by any unit with Thangria in its name, look at the top 5 cards in your deck and superior call. Is it? Choose up to 1 card of Thangria or Maple in its card name up from among it. Reveal it and put it into your hand and shuffle your deck. So, it helps you search out another copy of grade 3 Thangria. God, say that 3 fucking times in a row. Thangria or Maple, and that's her destined partner. So there you go. Speaking of grade 3, we have the one who walks in the path of light, Thangria. So that's her right there, and her skill is, and I do have a copy of her in the deck. So the continuous effect is the normal ride from hand of the unit with Thangria in its different card name from this unit. On this unit also becomes a persona ride. Very fitting, awesome. Oh my god. Oh. Sorry, I've been tired. Alright, so Act 1, active for Vanguard for 1 turn. Counterblast 1. Look at the top 5 cards of your deck. Choose up to one grade 2 or less unit card from among them. Call to rearguard. Let's shuffle your deck. And if you have a unit with one who blooms in the dark, Thangria in your soul, choose up to 2 cards instead. So it does hold the power, the benefit of superior calling from like the Royal Paladin deck, Gold Paladins, and Shadow Paladins. You know, the whole dress of things. Like any Knight deck, pretty much superior calls like crazy. So she's not just here for fan service, even though people say it's for fan service only because she has titties. I know. They're irresistible. Every guy want to suck on them, but you know what? She's a character. She's an elf. She's supposed to be magical, so drop it. Chill out. Keep your snake in your pants. Okay? Okay. Now, for the main deck itself, trigger lineups are going to be almost the same. I am playing this deck at 4 heals, 8 crits, 3 fronts, and an over trigger. So, we are playing the new one, which is Invigorate Sage for the heal triggers. You're all familiar with him because I used him in my Fan Blaster Overlord deck and also Majesty Lord Blaster. Now, like I said, his skill is very situational. It just so happens when any unit attacks the second time, it gains 15,000 power to the shield. That's all it. But, like I said, you're more than welcome to change this card out if you don't like its preference and change it to a different theme. I prefer to go maybe for Artocious, but I believe that's just for Bastion. You know, everybody has their own separate units. Next, we are playing 4 copies of Knight of Heavenly Hammer, Gurgant. Because this is a Knight deck, technically, with a little bit of angels in it. So, Knights with angels. It sounds like Romeo and Juliet, but not even close. 4 copies of Blade for the Dragon, for the extra critical, and the extra soul, for the Soul Blast skills, if we're going to have some. 3 copies of Barb of Heavenly Song Alpacc, for the front trigger, and for the 20k shield. So that's why I still love the card very much so. This is my personal idea, my personal preference, so you guys can just be entitled to whatever the hell you want to say. But I still love it. And finally, we have the over trigger Amartinoa. Armatinas? I don't know. It's Amartinoa or something like that. But it's a very strong over trigger, so to speak. When this unit is removed, draw a card, gain 1,000,000 power to any unit you want, blah blah blah. But it also gives your rear guards drive checks. So if you have a grade 3 rear guard on one side, it can perform 2 drive checks. Also, if you have grade 2, 1 drive check. But still, this will help you add more power and more brutal attack to your opponent. Now, unless they have 2 or 3 perfect guards, then you're kind of screwed. But if not, your opponent will have to take the damage no matter what. Okay, so that is the grade 0 lineup for my trigger lineup. Now for grade 1, listen you guys, we might have gone a little overboard with grade 1s, but this is why. I am actually playing this deck at 15 grade 1s. Now the first one we'll be showing today is 4 copies of Painkiller Angel. I know, this card has now been going up in price a lot since the Youthberg deck actually happens on Twitter. And it does fit in very much well. But I believe she also goes very well with Thangria as well. Because at the end of the battle she boosted, you retire this unit along with the Soul Blast and draw 1 card. So, you get a free card in your hand along with another chance, so to speak. So you have more room. But I'm also going to be playing another copy in Youthberg. That's why I got 2 of them. So originally I had 13 copies of this card. But I decided to take out only 8. Because I want 4 for me. And 4 for the Youthberg for this deck. So that's why she's in here. Grade 3. Next we have playing 3 copies of Energy Refull Angel. So you're all probably thinking, like, why in the hell are you including this unit? Well, I like its ability. I know its cuteness, but I know this is not an Angel Feather deck. But this is going to make a little more sense. I hope. When this unit is placed on a rearguard circle, Soul Blast 1. And this unit gains 2,000 power for each unit you have on the field. So if your full board is basically 5 rear guards, and 6, you're going to get basically 12,000 power add to her, making her a 20k attacker or a 20k booster. So again, it adds just more pressure to it. The downside is you do have the Soul Blast 1, but that's totally fine. Considering the fact that you need some of those cards, you just need certain cards in the Soul. That's all you need. The next one is another Angel card, which I thought this would be a good help. 4 copies of Diffuser Angel. Now, the reason why I chose this unit over some other units before is because of its skill. When this unit is placed on the rearguard circle, put 1 card from your hand into the Soul, and it gets 5k power into the end of turn. So basically, this will help you out get Thangria, Dark or Light, into the Soul, so you're able to perform the following effects. So that's all he's in there for, and since we are running 7 Thangrias in the grade 3 zone, this would be perfect. I know Persona Brides are pretty much an essential, and you don't really want a grade 3 in your hand for too long. Especially in late game, like, it's really bad. And finally, we got 4 copies of Aegismare Dragon, just for the complete guard set. So yeah, that is my grade 1 lineup. Now for grade 2, we are playing actually 8 grade 2s. A lot less than my other ones, but I believe these units are just essential. 4 copies of Atrocious, Moth Girl Maple. So 4 of her, because she is Thangria's partner. And her skill is Drop Zone. When your grade 3 or greater unit Vanguard is placing during the right phase, if you do not have a Maple on the rearguard circle, call this to rearguard from the drop zone. Now, the glitter effect of it is Thangria. As long as your Vanguard has Thangria in the name. At the end of the battle, this unit attacks. Soul Blast 1 or more cards. Choose a card from your soul with the same grade as the sum of the grades of the cards Soul Blast for this cost. Put it into your hand and put this in your soul. So, in exchange for a few lives, like grade 1 or grade 2 Thangria, you get back the grade 3 Thangria, and then put Maple in the soul. So, it's a nice little switcheroo bipolar moment right there. And finally, we're playing 4 copies of Knight of Protective Spear, Arthen. Now, Arthen's ability is, sorry I spelled that name wrong, is a front row rear guard ability. All your rear guards with different card names from this unit cannot be chosen by your opponent's card effects, which is good because when you're going up against Blaster Dark or Dragon Overlord, they tend to annihilate your entire field. So this is good for the counterattack. When this unit attacks, if your Persona rolled this turn, this unit gets plus 5,000 power and to the end of the turn. So that's why we have Thangria, because basically she's just a key to all this. And she does get bestow 5,000 power to Arthur, so to speak. Okay, that's the grade 2 lineup. For grade 3, we all know this is going to be coming. 3 copies of Persona Road Thangria, along with her dark counterpart, One Who Blooms in the Dark Thangria. So 4 copies of her. And this one's skill is, so the best part is, you can actually put her in the right deck if you really want to instead of the other one. But I believe this one's just better as a 4 of, so to speak. Yeah. So of course, it has the same continuous ability for the Persona Road ability. Active skill. Oh, crap. Okay. So it's a Vanguard 1 turn ability. Retire 2 of your grade 2 or less rear guards. Choose one of your opponent's rear guards and retire it. If one who walks the path of light Thangria is in your soul, retire all your opponent's rear guards in the same column as the chosen unit. Okay. So that's gonna suck, but it'll be manageable. And then at the end of battle, this unit attacked. If this card was placed by writing from One Who Walks the Path of Light Thangria this turn, counterblast 1 and discard a card from your hand. Stand this unit and it gets drive -1 into the turn. So it gets another a third drive check pretty much. So it does fit the bill and setting your Vanguard a bit more, especially if it gets an over trigger. yeah, you're asking for a shit ton. Error criticals, so it just adds a fuel pressure to it. So, I think that's the best way to think about it. So yeah, you guys, that is the conclusion deck profile video for both Chaos and Thangria for this week's deck profile video. Be sure to subscribe, thumbs up for this video, comment down below, like, sub, and all that shindigs that come with the gigs, pretty much. And yeah, it's been fun playing these new cards finally. I'm glad this is almost over, so we can start getting on with the new red lines and the new collection. Because, God forbid, I am way behind the festival collection, and I'm so sorry for that. But it is what it is. You know, sometimes just happens in life. Life happens. But yeah, thank you all for giving me a chance to post these videos again. I know my speech has been kind of getting a little bad lately. I just had a lot on my mind, and I stutter a lot. I'm trying to be more careful about it, but when I get really excited, or fucking fly, no, not that thing, I just get a little too much talkative, so I'm trying to slow her down. I'm sorry. But all I gotta say is, you guys, thank you so much for watching my videos, and thank you guys for being a little bit interested in the videos. I really appreciate it very much so. If you guys do have comments, or if you guys have any questions to ask me, let me know, and I'll be more than happy to answer them in the comment down below. And if there are, like, negative comments, or just trolly comments, just being kind of rude and nasty about things, please do me a favor and keep those comments to yourself. I don't like negativity on my channel anymore. Ever since the whole day thing happened, I've been, like, really debating whether or not I should just shut my channel down and forget everything and throw everything away. But you guys give me a reason to keep doing these videos, and I'm glad that he's out of the way now, so I can finally be at peace with this. Anyways, you guys, I've been your faithful host, Siren Frost. Thank you guys so much for watching. Be sure to stay safe out there, make good choices, and don't let anybody tell you anything different about your Vanguard style. Everybody has their own different style. No one's the robot. Just have fun with the game, have a good moment, and just don't let people get the best of you. I know it's kind of a lot, and when I say about being bipolar, I know it's not ever cool. I know people make fun of you a lot of it, but sometimes we just cannot control our anger or how we emotionally afflicted ourselves. So just know that I know what you're going through, and because I've been there myself too, and just know that you're not alone in this struggle. We're all going through some shit. Anyways, you guys, have a good night, and I'll see you guys next week for Stoichea's Aurora and Browngate's Eva's deck profile videos. I'm very excited about doing those. I'm actually really excited about doing those. I love those decks very much, though. Anyways, I've been your faithful host, Siren Frost. Once again, signing out.